Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Bold and the Beautiful, Sheila starts reign of terror after torment by stepsisters. Bold and the Beautiful jolts Sheila Carter out of hibernation as the stepsisters once again make their hatred of the nine-toed woman known on the CBS soap. Up until now, it looked as if Deacon Sharp kept a good handle on her activities. But now it looks like there's a reason to worry. Even before Hope Logan and Steffi Forrester came at her with their spiels, something was up. Sheila Carter, Kimberlyn Brown, has lived a rather mundane existence lately in comparison to her usual intriguing evil behaviors. But like a bear jolted out of hibernation, she's angry, and that can't be good. Bold and Beautiful dropped a hint this week that she was up to something even before she came face to face with the stepsisters. Deacon Sharp, Sean Cannon, seemed very concerned about where Sheila's recent disappearing acts were taking her. Even before his daughter showed up at the restaurant, his worries cranked up a bit over his roommate. Deacon was concerned enough to interrupt his daughter's plea to ask his roommate where she went when she disappeared. Sheila said it was unimportant, she just went to see an old friend. Bold and the Beautiful didn't drop that little blurb in the scene for nothing. They also brought it up a couple of times, so those disappearances of hers are bound to play into her next wicked plot. It's likely a hint of Deacon already starting to lose control over Sheila. Remember, he promised everyone that he would have his eye on her 24/7. Sheila Carter was awarded separate visits from two irate stepsisters. First, Hope Logan, Annika Noel, rips into her at the restaurant. This is followed by a home invasion by Steffi Forrester, Jacqueline McInnes Wood, in which Sheila gets punched in the face. So far, it looked as if Deacon was able to keep Sheila on the straight and narrow. She's living with him and working with him as well. But Bold and the Beautiful needed a launching pad to change this. So, instead of one event to put that anger and vengeance back into the crazed woman, they conjured up two. Both Hope Logan and Steffi Forrester made it very clear to Sheila that they wanted her gone. Steffi even sealed her request by landing a punch on her face. That's after she barges in unannounced to Sheila Carter's extremely humble home. Sheila Carter found a nice little niche for herself with Deacon. She's not living in the lap of luxury, which was once her goal. But, she believes she's found an honest man who loves her. And now, life as she knows it could come crashing down around her. Hope gave her father an ultimatum this week on Bold and the Beautiful. She told him it was his family or his psycho girlfriend, one or the other. While Sheila Carter didn't think Deacon would falter, what he had to say once Hope left devastated her. Because of Hope's attitude, he doesn't think they should get married. At least any time soon. Then, once the scorned woman sat in her shoebox home, she got another visitor. Steffi barged in, which ended in her sending Sheila Carter across the room onto the floor, powered by a punch to her face. So, she gets up off the floor, but it looks like something changes very soon on Bold and the Beautiful. Deacon already pushed their pending marriage to the back burner due to Hope's spiel. Then, Steffi attacking her adds fuel to the fire, putting Sheila in battle mode. This manipulator likely has some outside help. That mysterious friend she visited likely comes into play with Sheila Carter's new scheme. She still watches out for number one. So, with her devious mind at work, this lunatic likely wants to keep herself safe from getting the blame for what she plans. With the Logan and Forrester daughters making her life miserable, Sheila could very well pin one stepsister against the other. This is a place where both Steffi and Hope have landed before. This way, she gives them something else to concentrate on instead of her. But, Bold and the Beautiful spoilers hint at Sheila Carter starting an all-out war of vengeance in the heart of Los Angeles, where glamour and intrigue intertwine like vines in a luxurious garden. There exists a world where power, passion, and betrayal reign supreme. At the epicenter of this tumultuous realm lies the Forrester Mansion, a sprawling estate where the elite of society gather, their lives entwined in a web of desire and deception. And amidst the opulence and grandeur, one woman stands poised to unleash a storm of chaos upon the unsuspecting denizens of this glittering enclave. Her name is Sheila Carter, a woman whose beauty belies the darkness that lurks within her soul. Once a mere mortal, she has now ascended to the ranks of the formidable, her ambition knowing no bounds. But behind her steely gaze lies a tale of torment and betrayal, a story that has shaped her into the formidable force she is today. Born into obscurity, Sheila's early years were fraught with hardship and struggle. Abandoned by her parents at a tender age, she was left to fend for herself in a world that showed her no mercy. But it was not the cruelty of fate that defined her, but rather the fire that burned within her heart, a fire fueled by a burning desire for retribution. As she grew older, Sheila's beauty became her most potent weapon, a tool she wielded with ruthless precision. With each passing day, she honed her craft, using her wiles to ensnare those foolish enough to underestimate her. But it was not until she crossed paths with the Forrester family that her true vendetta began to take shape. At first glance, the Forresters appeared to be the epitome of elegance and refinement, their lives a tapestry of privilege and prestige. But beneath the facade of perfection lay a seething cauldron of jealousy and resentment, a fact that Sheila would soon come to exploit to devastating effect. It was Stephanie Forrester and her daughters, Brooke and Taylor, who bore the brunt of Sheila's wrath. For years, they had tormented her, their disdain for her humble origins serving as a constant reminder of her place in their world. But Sheila was not one to cower in the face of adversity. No, she was a woman of action, and she would stop at nothing to exact her revenge. And so, with a heart consumed by vengeance, Sheila embarked on a reign of terror the likes of which the Forrester family had never seen. With each passing day, her machinations grew more elaborate, her schemes more diabolical. From sabotaging business deals to seducing unsuspecting lovers, she left no stone unturned in her quest to bring the Forresters to their knees. But it was not just the Forresters who felt the sting of Sheila's fury. No, she was a force of nature, a whirlwind of chaos that spared no one in her path. Friend and foe alike fell victim to her insatiable appetite for destruction, their lives torn asunder by her relentless pursuit of power. Yet amidst the chaos and carnage, there was one who dared to stand against her. Eric Forrester, patriarch of the family she so despised, refused to bow to her whims, his steadfast resolve a thorn in her side. But Sheila was not one to be deterred. If anything, his defiance only fueled her determination to see him brought low. And so, as the battle lines were drawn and alliances forged and shattered, Sheila's reign of terror reached its zenith. With the Forrester family on the brink of ruin and her enemies scattered to the winds, she stood triumphant, a queen in her own right, ruling over a kingdom built on the ashes of those who had dared to oppose her. Even as she basked in the glow of her victory, a sense of emptiness gnawed at her soul. For in her quest for vengeance, she had sacrificed everything that had once made her human. And as she gazed upon the ruins of her enemies, she couldn't help but wonder if it had all been worth it. In the end, Sheila Carter had achieved her revenge, but at what cost? For in her ruthless pursuit of power, she had become the very thing she had sworn to destroy. And as she surveyed the wreckage of her life, she knew that the price of her ambition had been paid in blood.